Good morning, everyone. Today is December 29th. It is Sunday of 2024. And yeah, it's been a solid morning. I was like, last night was, well, I missed. But yeah, last night was actually really fun. I did like a nice little video log where I was just like, dude, I really need to get back on morning video logs. And I like, my morning video log alarm has been waking me up at like 9. And I was like, maybe 9 is just too early. Like, maybe I should just make the morning video log whenever. And so I think that that little shift in mindset has really helped for today. So we'll see how I do tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. But for today, I'm like, yeah, taking my time. Got up and dude, last night I got, let me see what it's called. How do I go on my home screen here? How do, how do go to home screen? Okay, I don't know how to click out of dark and darker. It's called, gosh, what was it called? Oh, I'm spacing the name right now. Let me pull up Steam then, because I just got it. Called Half Sword, dude. Actually, like really fun, like a really genuinely fun game, Half Sword. And it's only in the demo right now, and it's all experimental and whatever. But I was playing it, dude. It was like actually like, really fun, and I was like, this is like the kind of game I really like. Like it reminded me of like a little bit of chivalry and a little bit of like Kingdom Come Deliverance and like a little bit of Dark and Darker, just like the style of it. Really loved it. Played it for like an hour and a half last night, and then it was like, okay, let's play it again in the morning. And then, dude, as I was playing, I was just hearing all these birds, like, and I was like, what is that, dude? So I looked out, and we have like three big like sycamore trees or something in our front yard, dude, covered in birds. So I'm sitting there like what are they? And I like went downstairs and I was like, Mom, am I tripping or are we like about to die? And she was like, what? And I was like, look out the window. And she was like, you don't hear that? And she had a window closed, so I cracked it. Dude, literally right when I cracked it, it was there like hundreds of birds. I was like looking up and we're like, why are there so many? And I'm like, dude, they're just yapping. Like they're just talking. Like that's crazy. They're just talking to each other. Just tons of birds. And we were like we've seen birds before, bro. We know where this goes. And I was just like, man, that's crazy. Just wanted to show you. See, Mom. Came upstairs, took a Ritalin. Uh, yeah, and I'm like, dude, I have a couple things I want to get done today. Still need to get my car parts. Still need to call my friends. I want to do my receipts. I want to organize all my receipts for this month because it is the 29th already. Dude, crazy. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just goals for the day. I want to dedicate like a solid like 2 hours to just making Pinterest posts, dude. Because my company gives us like a ton of like social media marketing content, and I'm like, there's no reason to not post it all. Like, there's no reason not to. And so I'm like, I really want to just get it all out there and like see what comes of it, really. And I know I can put like links and stuff in my bio, and I'm like, I'll get all of that later. But I want to start like actually posting stuff now. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. Um, my buddy Austin McGarrett hit me up and was like, "Hey man, you want to come over this evening for brownies?" It's his birthday, bro. Didn't even know, and I'm sure he's on Christmas break too. But he was down from college, and I'm like, "Dude, I wouldn't miss it for the world, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's okay. They're brownies, brownies, oh brownies. Let's do it, right? Happy birthday, bro. All that. So we're gonna go mob over and see him later. Hopefully I have my car parts by then, bro. I'm kind of like, and then hopefully it's late enough that Corey can actually come if he wants. Um, I had something else I wanted to talk about. Don't remember particularly what it was. Hmm. Let me see. What do I even do for mornings usually? Da da da. I think I have all my plans and goals laid out. I think that might be it. Dude, I woke up with crazy bedhead. Like, I kind of pick it. Dude, this was literally just like that. Like, literally, like, actually, like, straight sideways. It was hilarious. You know, my boy Isaac just had to call me on Discord to see if we're pillaging some dungeons together. I literally have Dark and Darker out, so might as well. So I'll probably get a game or two. Really need to brush my teeth. Yeah, I definitely need to brush my teeth. And then, gosh, I felt like there was something else I was trying to do. think that might be it. Yeah. So 3 goals for the day: car parts, call friends, finances. Done deal. Anyways, yeah, I'll see y'all in the evening.
One eternity later.
Good evening, everyone. Today is not December 29th, 2024. It is not December 30th, 2024. But yesterday night was just really, really like fun and event packed, really. And so I just didn't have time to make an evening video log. And by the time I was already in bed, it was like 2 a.m. and I was like so tired. So yeah, so I made my morning video log, and then after that, we did something. What did we do yesterday? Oh man, it was really fun. That's what it was. So we had to go to one of our the church trainings at 6. We do our weekly Sunday trainings at 6 p.m. And so I text Sherry. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be a little late. Like Corey gets off at 6 and he wants food at like 6:10, so I gotta be at home at 6:10 dropping off food. So I go to McDonald's at like 5:45. I was like, oh, we'll have time. I'll be back by 6, and then I can go and drive. And I ended up being like 7 minutes late. Like line was long as crap. So I'm like I always get stressed for time. I'm like, dude, I usually try to be really punctual. Like I really, really try to be punctual. But we ended up being fine. We went and picked up Summer, drove over to Sherry's. We were gonna do our training, and she was like, "Yeah, Eric's not here." Like Eric, our owner of Ensure, and we were just like, "That's really weird. He's usually not like that." So apparently he'd been out motorcycling and hadn't put in his calendar that he was doing Idaho trainings yet, and which no big deal, like at all, really. Like no hard feelings, no lost love there. And so we were like, all right, well, the whole team's here. Let's have hot chocolate and play some Uno. So we played like a round of Uno, literally like probably half. Or I won actually. I won a round of Uno, and then Eric was like, hey, I'm starting the thing, and it was like 6:45, and I was like, dude, we have a birthday party at 7. Like, come on. And so he started up, and he gave me some homework that I'm actually going to do tomorrow, and I'm about to write an outline for it today. So on the 29th, I got homework that I'm doing on the 31st. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, sure. Like, I'm so sorry. We got to go. Please record the rest of this. Like, this is exactly what I need. Like, I really want this. And I really want to do exactly what he's saying. And so I leave, and we go and get my little brother Corey. And then we go over to my buddy Austin McGarrett's house. It's his birthday yesterday. Yeah, it's his birthday on the 29th. And his mom was like, yeah, we're going to have brownies, whatever. And so I walk in, and it's Austin Camden. Camden is their Austin's friend from high school and college now. And then Carter, Austin's brother, Wes, Austin's younger brother, and both younger brothers, but Carter young, Wes younger. And then Carter's mom and dad, Austin's mom and dad, and then Austin's grandparents on his mom's side. So I got to meet all like the whole family basically. It was super fun. We had a lot of like really good conversation about like Christmas and yada yada. I showed Wes a couple video games, and I like watched him play it. And he was like actually like really good, and I was just like, dude, Wes, you're so cool. Like he's like 13. I was like, dude, you're like dope, bro. Like you and I, when you become 18, 19, 20 years old, you and I are gonna be homies, like 100%, dude. Like it's interesting. Like I'm literally gonna like see him grow up. Like so weird to think about that. And I mean, it was Austin's 20th birthday. We met when he was 16 and I was 17. So I'm like sitting here like, dude. Actually, no, he must have been 17. Oh, I was about to turn. He was 16 and I was about to turn 18. So I was like, we were both kids, dude, and now we're like adults, and it was crazy. And so yeah, we picked him up. We stayed at his house for like probably 3 hours, and Anna and Austin were like, "Dude, let's go watch a movie." And I was like, "Okay, like if we must stay up late, right?" And he was like, "We should watch Idiocracy," and I was like, "Bro, that sounds sick." Like I feel like I've heard of that, and I've seen like YouTube clips of it, but never actually seen the movie. It was actually like really entertaining, in a very goofy way, like really funny movie. And then so yeah, that movie was like really short. It was only like an hour and a half. And so I went and like grabbed a beer, and I was like, none of y'all can drink. Well, Anna could drink, but she's allergic to alcohol. So I was like, none of y'all can drink. And then so I slammed my beer, and I'm like, you know what I'm gonna put on after Idiocracy? I'm gonna put on Team America World Police, because my now deceased uncle Scott had recommended it to me over a year ago now, and I just hadn't had the chance to watch it. And I was like, you know what, dude? I'm drunk. It's Austin's birthday. We're watching it. It was the wildest movie I'd ever seen. Like opening up with the most crazy terrorist scene. Like this movie was made in 2004, dude. So it's 3 years after 9/11, and it is unhinged. Absolutely unhinged. It was hilarious. Like we were cackling at it, and we were like honestly a little creeped out at first, like dolls, and it was just the funniest thing, bro. Like it was so funny. And they had a adult scene, and Carter's birthday, he's 17 and his birthday's in 5 days. And so I was like, oh no, not doing that. And it's like dolls, dude. It's like it was the funniest thing. And just it was a really good night. But that movie was like 2.5 hours long. So we didn't finish that until like 2 in the morning. And I was just like, all right, y'all are leaving. I'm going to bed. Bye. And so I like went upstairs, and it was like I watched my morning video log back, and I was like, it's kind of interesting that I was like so like, oh man, I just need to get on these morning video logs, and then I do a morning video log, and then didn't do an evening video log, and I was just like, but you know, dude, life happens. Like life really does happen, and I think that's my daily thought is life does just happen. And you have the absolute freedom of choice of how your life is going to be based on what you choose to do, who you choose to be, and how you choose to take life. And that is like, those are the three things that absolutely dictate how you feel about your life. Like, I'm choosing to become president of the United States, and I'm going to take it really, really well. And right now, it is hard to be me. It is hard to be anyone within my age group or anywhere around here or anywhere in my asset class. Like, it is hard to be me, but I love it, dude, because it's going to make me so relatable one day. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. Like, I just someone who can be relatable and reliable. And, like, that's just the dream. Like, that is the dream of what a leader should be. Relatable, reliable, responsible. Those are the three things that I think a leader should be. And I'm just like, I'm so happy that I'm able to take life so positively, just naturally. Like, I'm just not a naturally negative person. Like, my immediate thoughts can be very negative, but my actual outlook on things is very positive. Like, there's always a good side to everything. There always is. There's like even in the worst situations, there's I just learned that spacebar turns off my recording. But yes, even in the worst situations, there is always a good side. Like I genuinely believe that. And even if the best thing of the worst situation is like we now know not to do that thing or you understand this thing is bad, you can still look at it positively. Like you still can choose to look at everything positively. And it's hard sometimes, dude. It is hard. Like I watch a lot of economic videos, and right now, end of 2024, we're going into Trump's presidency next month. People are literally like they have no idea what's going to happen with the economy. No idea. But everyone's like this is the peak pattern of a Great Depression, and I'm like, dude, I hope so. I hope we get to a point where prices can go down. And corporations need to understand prices going down is a natural thing in a free market. But we're so like like mentally sterilized against taking prices down that if Costco started offering lower and lower prices to just outclass the crap out of Walmart would start lowering prices. Like, if we see things go on a rollback, dude, just lower the flat price. Just lower the flat price of beef by $1. Like, just do that. Do you realize how much more you'll sell right then? Dude, if Walmart literally came out and was like, hey, we're going to slash beef prices $1.50, they would be sold out of beef instantly. Instantly. Across the nation. Instantly, everyone would start eating beef because you're sitting there going, oh my god, someone's bringing down prices. And it takes one corporation, one board of director member to pitch the idea and have everyone go along with it and just be like, oh my god, we are about to absolutely dominate the beef market, because we're just cutting prices. That's so simple. The American people want cheap things. Like, yeah, sure, it might be better if it's on sale or rollback or whatever you want to call it, or a member deal or an online coupon or whatever. If you cut prices like that, people will buy it. They will, because even if an item is not on sale, you can look at it and go, that is an incredible deal. And like, I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but that could help a lot of people. And we just have to find the line between human survival and corporate greed. And right now, everyone's afraid to draw the line. Everyone's afraid to draw the line between and connect the dots between corporate greed and the poverty line. And I feel like it's so simple. But there is a positive to that, which is wild to say, because this pattern that we're seeing is going to be seen again in an indeterminate amount of years, and it's up to us, our generation, all 300 something million Americans, to make sure that we instill a tradition into us, into our culture, that solves these problems for the future generation. And even if they, like we always do, we say the pattern of, like, a problem is there, you solve the problem, it becomes tradition, problem no longer exists, you break tradition, problem comes back. Like, it's a pattern. The harder you instill that tradition, the longer the problem is solved. Humans are not permanent. This problem isn't going to be permanently solved. World hunger wouldn't be permanently solved. It's all temporary solutions. You build a bunch of farms in Africa and like do a bunch of infrastructure to make sure that everyone is well fed and watered and has housing and everything. They have to be upkept. It's temporary. It's not permanent. The universe is in an ever-changing state. It's not going to be permanent, but you can make it last as long as possible. And that is the goal. Like, if I do something and it lasts my entire lifetime, if I build something and it lasts my entire lifetime, that's as good as I'm going to get. If it lasts 3 lifetimes, I'm not going to know about it. And that's just that, dude. That's just that. Now it's their problem. Now they have to solve it. Now they have to have some guy like me who steps up and goes, no, I'm going to lead. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just like he did. I'm going to track every single second. I'm going to make sure I'm on the same path. I'm going to make sure I'm talking to similar people in similar social groups, in similar workforce, similar income potential, and I'm going to make sure that this works for me. And then they're going to go out and change the world for the better. And it takes someone like that in every generation. You can't just have you can't have everyone go, someone else will do it. Someone has to step up. Someone does. Right? I hope it's you. Whoever's watching this, I hope you step up. I genuinely hope you do. Because there's a lot of things going on right now that are inhumane daily. And not just in third world countries. Like the United Healthcare CEO, whether you feel negatively or positive about that, there are inhumane things occurring in the healthcare industry. There are inhumane things. If your biggest inhumane thing in the healthcare industry is that they're killing CEOs, that's an inhumane thing. And if your big inhumane thing is that, like, hey, they're denying claims and killing thousands of people because they can't afford treatment, yeah, that's inhumane. Someone has to step up and combat it. And I think it could be you. Write to your legislators. Write to your senators. Write to members of Congress who represent you. Write to them. Email them. Reach out. Contact them. Contact their teams. Did you know that the main, what is it called? The main group of people who contact their local legislation are homeowners. So if you rent a property, you are much, much less likely to reach out and be politically involved. And right now, I'm a victim of that too. Like, I need to do that. I need to take my own advice. But I know that in the future, I've already done it. I know for a fact I have. Whether you're watching this on when it comes out on January 30th, I've already done that. I've already done that. Where you're at right now, I've done that. I've seen the need for the change, and I've made it. I almost just knocked my water bottle over because I'm so passionate. I don't think that people who rent should be silent. I don't think that people who are homeowners should have more of a voice. I think that whether you rent or own, you should be equal. You should be. But because we're renting, we don't own our property, we don't feel like we have a voice in our community. When we do. We really, 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 really do. Get out there and be heard, y'all. Change the world. You could do it. You could do it. You don't need anyone else to do it for you. You sit there and go, someone will have to fix that. Why not you? Why not you? If you're going to start listing reasons why not you, you're going to prove yourself right. But if you're going to hear why not you and go, oh my God, I have no reason why not, you're going to. You're going to be someone who changes the world. Bit of a tangent for the day of the thought. You're welcome. I hope you have a wonderful evening on December 29th.